Hey, what's up, AJT fam? I hope you guys had a great day, a great weekend. I did a recap yesterday, and the audio was really messed up. I'm glad I checked it before I posted it, but it was kind of messed up. So I'm gonna highlight that in this recap. Last week, I didn't get to do anything other than Monday. It was just a crazy week dealing with stuff, trying to help my daughter get her situation squared away. And, then I was on the road Friday. So didn't really have a whole lot of time last week. It's just one of those weeks. Things happen, life happens. And we do all of this for family, so at least I do. And so that's my priority. But do not stop, quit, or surrender. Guys, trading is tough because it's worth it. And some of you have been through the toughest part of your trading these last couple months. And honestly, that's a good thing. Okay, it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Okay, because, you're going to have, it's worth it. Like I say, you're going to have to fight for this. Like you've never fought for anything else in your life. Okay, you're going to have to fight for it. If it was easy, then it wouldn't be worth it. Everybody would do it, and it wouldn't be special, and you wouldn't get the rewards that you get from this. But the reality is not everybody is ready for this type of commitment. Now, I'm not saying not everybody can do it. Not everybody's ready for it. Some people are not at the point in their life where they're ready for it. And I've been doing this long enough to where I've had people start, take 2 or 3 years break, come back, and they're ready to make that commitment, and they take off. So, don't feel bad about putting things on pause. When you're putting things on pause, you're not really stopping, quitting, or surrendering. You're just putting it on pause because you're not ready yet. And there's nothing wrong with that. So just, keep reminding yourself that this is tough because it's worth it. It has to be tough. For the reward that we get from it, it has to be tough. And that you will have to fight for this like you've never fought for anything in this world before. Okay, it's that tough. But when you get there, it's worth it. It is worth it. So let's go. I'm gonna go to yesterday first. Let's do yesterday first. Okay, this is the video, so I'm just gonna fast forward through it. Shit, I can't tell what stock this is. Is this Meta? I'm thinking this is Meta. Yeah, so you can see it put in a 5-minute opening range high, pull back, and we broke through. Now this was after 10 o'clock. So I waited for, it to get some confirmation here. I got it. I bought it. We ran up, topped out right here. Well, I can't draw the line there. Topped out right there. Yeah, right here. Topped out right there. And pulled back. And then I added to this. And we had another big pullback, but we held the VWAP in the 20. And I was just thinking, hey, we're probably in this normal chop. But when it did this, I bailed out. I saw something in the price action that I just didn't like, and you could see this thing just kind of chopped around. It did the same pattern all the way up until here it just kind of washed out again, and then we had kind of an orderly move up, and then back to the chop. Pretty much the same damn pattern over and over and over again. There's no way I'm going to be trading this. You know, you would have to get in this, hold it, and just walk away from it and just have it close at the end of the day. Just like an all-day hold. But if you're actively day trading, this is going to be very difficult for you to maneuver. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I think this is Tesla. I can't see it because the media player thing is in the way. Let me see. Yeah, Tesla. In Tesla, I bought the breakout. It failed. And I ended up having to bail out of this, like right here. But I had a stop in place because I had to walk away for a minute. I had a hard stop in place, but it rejected. On the DOS platform, it said it rejected. And I went through, I was on the line with DOS, going back and forth, and then he reminded me to check the broker. You always check the broker. And I did that, found out that it did go through. It just, I don't know, sometimes the platform doesn't, it gets an error message, and then it'll just, act like it was rejected, because all the platform is doing is getting information back from the broker. They have a gateway to each broker that they serve, and they get information from it, and it's instantaneous. But if there's a slight glitch or slight hiccup or whatever, the signals may get crossed, and it happens every now and then. So, that's kind of what happened here. I did get stopped out, but because the platform didn't recognize it, there's no triangle saying that I closed it out. Some of you probably been through this before. If you haven't, then it's gonna happen. So that was Tesla, and this is LULU. So everybody wanted to know, and I go through this how I found LULU. It was on Benzinga Pro, and they have a thing, and I'm going to show you in a minute. But here, I got in when we broke out, took out the pre-market high, and I know a lot of people were like, "Man, you bought this, and look, it's gapped up so much already, and you bought this. I wouldn't have bought it here," whatever. You gotta read the technicals. You gotta trust the chart. The chart is telling me that we are trending up, and that this is gonna keep going. All right, and so I bought, sold it here. Here was where I took profit. Now, let me see. I think I marked it a little bit further down the road here. Nope, didn't mark it. All right, so what happened was I accidentally I added back. I took profit here and I added back. And I took profit here, and then I went to put in my stop and the next profit target. Evidently I punched in the wrong number or something, but it failed immediately. And I didn't take my final target off. I know I was putting in my stop because I had my final target put in at 415. I was putting in my stop, and my stop, I think I had the wrong price and it failed immediately. But I left this order on by mistake. So this is actually a short when it got here, because I didn't have any position, and when it sold me short. When we got under the 9, I added, looking for a move down to the 20. Well, when I put the order in, the 20 was down here. And by the time it touched the 20 had moved up like 25 cents. So it didn't even come close to my order. It bounced, and I went ahead and took it off up here. And, then I bought back and, had a hiccup here and had to turn around and rebuy it. Took some profit here, and then I held some overnight. And that's what you're going to see as a continuation from today, which is another reason why I needed to do this first. So where did I find Lulu? It's not part of my normal process. Benzinga, now I didn't preface yesterday. I went to bed after 3 o'clock. I got home really, really late Sunday. Didn't get to bed till 3 o'clock in the morning. Woke up at 6. I didn't have time to watch Benzinga, the pre-market prep show. Didn't have time to do anything. So when you log into Benzinga Pro, it gives you today's moving news, stocks you can trade today. I saw Lulu. I liked the chart, and it was 52-week high breakout. And as you can see over here, it was a big gap up. It's a 52-week high breakout. So I thought, hey, this is going to be great. So what I did was I looked at the option flow to see where the big guys have their bets placed. So you look at 415, you got over 4,300 contracts executed. 420, you have 53.55. 425, you have 41.87. So for me, I'm thinking, we're gonna have, we've got a chance to get to 420 at least, and then throughout the rest of the week, 425, potentially 430. This got to 419, but then it quit. So that's what I was looking for today. So this wraps up yesterday. So looking at Lulu now, this is where I covered some more through 419, because it didn't look like it was going to hit 420. It never hit 420. So I bailed out here, and then I flipped it short once we took out the 5-minute opening range low. Didn't realize that was after 10 o'clock, so I didn't wait for confirmation like I should have, and shorted it. Ended up having to bail out up here, and then I said, to hell with this. I know, looking at everything, this thing is gonna go to at least 425, potentially 430. That's what I see in it. So I bought it and said, I'm gonna hold this, and that's what I did. I bought some here, and after we kind of recovered, I added back. You can see it just kind of traded sideways today, which is fine. It's just an inside day. It's just a rest day. So tomorrow I'm looking for it to go, and I plan on swinging this until Friday, unless it takes out the bottom of this candle here. No, I'm sorry. Not the bottom of this candle. It takes out the previous pivot. I'm sorry, that was definitely not going to hold it that long. But that's kind of what we're looking at today for the rest of the week on Lulu. But that's a continuation from yesterday. Took some profit off the table today, and kind of getting back in the groove of it. Other trades today, ENPH did not give me what I wanted. I wanted more than this. But I mean, it gave me the meat of the move. I was looking for 132 and some change. It didn't quite get there. It did get stuck here. And, I ended up having to take it off. I held it all this time and just took it off at the close. But you can see I got in over the pre-market high, because the 5-minute opening range was all the way down here. I got in over the pre-market high, pulled back, hit my first target, ran up, pulled back, got my second target, hit my third target, and I left a piece on to see if we were going to get any further to 132 and some change. I can't remember what the price is. No, was it 133.12? That might have been it. Yeah, 133.12 is what I was looking for. But didn't quite get there. But still, really good trade on this. Was really, really happy with that trade. And earnings today. Now, I normally don't trade this, but I did this as a follow-up to our earnings class today. UAL never really does anything. Okay, this candle looks huge, but it's barely $2. And once it set the low, I went through the whole process of identifying it, building a profit target, how we can find targets, especially if this is a 52-week low break, and all of that. But you could see this just didn't work. 37.50 was going to be the first target. That was the next clump of puts was around 37.50. It didn't quite get there, got aggressively bought up off of 75, and it just kind of held serve. Now, there's no conference call either, which is another reason why I don't typically trade these, because the conference call is the next morning. So once it makes this move, the volatility dies because there's no more interest. Not until tomorrow. So as long as we hold below the low of this announcement candle, I will hold this overnight. I'm looking for 36 tomorrow. Now, I know it's not a big move, but we sized up. So instead of looking for $5 moves, we're looking for $2.50, $3 moves. And there's no reason why we can't get that with the volatility coming in. And, this follows the technicals. Now, it doesn't have to work. It could fail. It could start recovering. But the technicals and everything is holding up. And so the trade plan is still in play. But that's the day. I hope you guys had a good day. Sorry it took so long, but I had to bring in yesterday so you could see how it tied into today. But don't ignore the lesson that I shared with you. And another one that I could share with you is don't trade sleep. That's what I did yesterday, and I'll talk more about that a little bit later, possibly on Thursday during our session on Thursday. But I'll save that for then. But you guys have a great rest of the evening, and I will catch you in the morning.